All right, getting him in the boat. Sometimes you just need a day of action. Morning everybody, Mike from FisherMN here, back at it again. I got a sweatshirt on. It's July, so go figure. It's a super cold day. It's a bit windy. We're gonna have to cut across the lake to get to the calmer side. I have been having a tough time lately with these cold fronts coming through, so we're gonna catch whatever wants to bite today. Got some trolling stuff, got some bass stuff, even got panfish stuff. So we're gonna see what we can get on this new lake for 2022. Let's go fishing. Bit of a windy start here. We're gonna see what we can do. Great to be out fishing with you once again. In the intro I said it's a new lake, summer 2020. I have been on this lake before, so we'll see what we can do. As usual, we'll be watching the weather. Always better to be safe than sorry. There's always tomorrow to go fishing. Sometimes I find on these less than ideal days, maybe the bites are fewer, but the bites are bigger. I call it my McDonald's theory. Us big guys are always eating, no matter what the weather is. How many times have you gone by McDonald's where there's not somebody at the drive-thru? So we're gonna go by the McDonald's theory today and see if we can find some of these big guys that might want to be eaten. Well, there we go. Some followed it right out. I am remembering that this lake is on my list because I did have a really good day way back, probably about 5 years ago, and it was kind of the same thing. It was a little windy, but it's so sheltered as far as it's such a big field of lily pads that you can find spots where the wind isn't impacting it. So maybe that's what we've got today. I see there's another bigger bass boat out here. Maybe they figured that out too. There we go. There are some bass working right on the edge. Nice. Windy frogging. And like most of the lakes that I like to target bass, they have a pretty good build on this lake. You can see this guy isn't a long guy, but he's round. There he is. Chunky little guy. Keep him coming. I don't know, I might need mittens. The fish are warmer than the air. It's usually a fall thing. Let's not start talking about fall yet. Working the edges. You ever notice how you go to a lake and you kind of only fish one side, or a river? The river that I fish in Minnesota, I almost always fish just one side of it. Like, I never look to this side when I have fished this lake. It's kind of strange how that works sometimes. Chatter up a bass or two here. Let's do it. I was gonna buzz across the lake, but we're gonna feel it out here and see what happens with these waves. Sometimes it's easy to get across, but hard to get back. It would make sense that there'd be some fish out in front of these reeds here, because the waves are pushing the bait fish and everything else right into the reeds. There's a fish. Right on cue. Another roly-poly little guy. Future 20-incher, hopefully. All right, and we're ahead of yesterday already. Oh, we got a loon. And a fish. All right, finding some active fish this morning. I think I surprised that loon. Sorry, Mr. Loon. All right, getting him in the boat. Sometimes you just need a day of action. Actually feels kind of manageable right now. But I did notice the wind was going to switch a bit, and sometimes when the wind is switching, it feels like it's actually getting calm until the new direction is kind of reestablished. So we'll just pay close attention. I'd probably rather be on the other side of the lake and the calm, but we're going to use the wind to our advantage and see if we can pattern where some of these fish might be looking for a meal. You know, we always remember those big fish that we lost, and in this area I got a northern up to the boat that was too big for the net, and I wasn't sure what to do, and it ended up getting off because I tried to use the net and the lure got caught in the net and the northern twisted. Now what I usually do is just kind of grab them. The bigger ones are actually pretty easy to grab. All those things we learn as we fish. That's why you got to get out here. Just kind of learn your style. We got our usual trolling lures, but in this lake there's a lot of pumpkin seed sunfish. So I'm gonna throw this one. Got a nice leader on there. This is more of a casting lure than a trolling lure, so I'll just try some of these deeper areas with this one. I think mostly what they eat are perch, so I'm going to try to find some perch looking lures to throw out there at them. So we'll go with the rattle trap. This we can kind of let sink a little bit too. Can't remember the last time I caught a fish on a lipless crankbait. You probably do what I do though. You watch a bunch of guys on YouTube and they're catching fish and you're thinking, oh, I should try that. There we go. All right. Getting a few fish here. Our first toothy friend. So we're kind of in the middle of the lake, but we got some good structure. There's a point that comes way out here, and the best luck so far has been right on the drops. Now that I got a fish, I got to find my bearings again. Oh, what? Close your eyes, everybody. I lost my skirt. What in the world? All right. In search of bigger fish, but happy to have some action. The first hour or so of today caught more fish than all of yesterday's fishings. All right. Onward to the next spot. Started out across the lake, picking up a few, even a frog bass when we first started. Put on the chatterbait, caught some right off the reeds, and then went out to the main lake point, caught some there. Came all the way across for calmer waters, but nothing. So we are gonna move on. Fishing has been slow, so I decided to change things up a little bit. I stood up and was casting, and this water is so clear. So what I did was I put a mono leader just hooked with a barrel swivel, and now I've got a crankbait on it. I'm going to fish some of the drop-offs. So we may lose it to northern, but wanted to try to get some fish going. That's what we're going to try. I'll keep you updated. All right, one more little pass here towards some reeds, and then I think our day is done. Fish on. How about that? Biggest bass of the day. Dave's lure. Nice. There we go. Right where you're supposed to be on these windy days. Fish on. There are definitely some fish holding up here. All right, getting a couple of chunky ones. Another one in the boat. Sometimes the conditions aren't great, but it tells you where the fish are. I'm sure these bass are just sitting in front of these reeds waiting for bait fish to get washed their way. Is that our 2 fish quota here, or do we got another one coming? Fish on. Fish on. We got some rough seas, but you know, the fish are biting a little bit. Let's see if we can pick up another one or two. Fish on. All right. A little better one. Get him in the net. All right, another good fish on the Rapala. Was that 3 or 4 fish and another hit or two? There are some fish working this edge of the reeds here. Let's see if we can pick up another one. Fish on. There we go. This guy is digging. got? Oh! Just didn't quite have them good enough. Man, that was a nice fish too. Saw a little flash of them. Super windy out today. Not much going on. A little bit in the morning, nothing in the middle of the day. So I'm headed in, and look at the wind. But I thought, you know what? I'm gonna try throwing this Rapala right off of this point. And I've had about 5 fish on, one big one that just got away. Let's go here at the end of our fishing day. Just a cold, windy Minnesota July day. Well, caught a few fish. I appreciate you watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Rapala saves the day.